front-wheel drive makes 130 kilowatts and can lap the Adelaide street circuit just 2 seconds shy of the pole-sitting GTP cars? The answer, a Mitsubishi Mirage. It's round 1 of the Logical Mirage Series from the Clipsal 500 in Adelaide, South Australia. Defending champion Warren Luff is back, however wild child Gavin Harvey and newcomer Dean Evans are set to make it a tough 2000 series. First up, the Logical Mirages are out on the track in Adelaide.
Well, it's fantastic to have a new series on Speed Week for the year 2000, the Logical Mirage Series. They're back and they're here for their first round at the Clipsal 500 in Adelaide. Joining me in commentary is Ian Luff. This should be a great race, Luffy.
Well, that's right. These Mirages are absolutely bulletproof, built by Rally1 in Japan, and I'll tell you what, they are ballistically quick around this tight street circuit.
Well, we've had a very quick series of qualifying over the last couple of days, and the man on pole is Warren Luff, a guy obviously very close to your heart, Luffy.
Well, he sure is. Number 1 son doing a great job there, and beside him is Dean Evans in the Fast Fours Mirage. Behind him, Gavin Harvey, who came second in the series last year, and Bill Fulton in the white car on screen at the moment. The foot down into the centre chicane for the very first time, and these little pocket rockets really get the pedal down. You can see Warren Luff on the outside, Dean Evans on the inside as they come in there, and on board at the moment with mean Dean Evans, and you can see young Luffy powering through into the lead.
Great move from Luffy around the outside there. Probably the most experienced of all the drivers in this class. It is an entry level of motorsport for the sedan cars, and some great racing. Here comes Harvey down the inside of Dean Evans, who goes back to 3rd place. Evans had a drive in this series last year in one of the media cars and enjoyed it so much that he got some sponsorship together from Fast Fours, of which he's the editor of, and has gone racing and is in for the full season this year.
Well, he surely has, and you can see the rest of the field powering through. Lots of different colours, but these cars are identical specification. As I said, all built in Japan by Rally1, and they punch out round about 135 kilowatts. But have a look at Harvey. He's the mover and shaker. The slipstreaming here at Adelaide is very important. This back section of the circuit where we come through a very high-speed chicane, they almost clip the tyres, and a couple of the cars have been up on 2 wheels already.
Yeah, carrying the wheels through there, very solid in the suspension, extremely good handling cars, and the brakes on these things are phenomenal. They've got the front discs out of an Evo 5 on the front end of these things, and as a matter of fact, Luffy, I've been told that if you hit the brakes hard enough that you can actually stop the engine, therefore you have trouble powering out of the corner because you've come in under brakes so hard that you stop the engine. You actually have to clutch it to get it out of the corner.
Well, that's right. A few of the competitors found that in the wet weather meetings where the engine stalled, as you said, Nathan, and it caused a few problems. But no problems at the moment on screen. All of the cars coming through nice and straight. There we've got Michael Brock. He's one of the local people from Adelaide and a great supporter of this category. But down over the strike for the first time, the Penrith Mitsubishi sponsored car of Warren Luff down into the centre chicane. Absolutely flat through here, and you can see the amount of wheel work. There's Dean Evans with the Momo sponsorship on the bonnet of the Fast Fours cars. And look at them, clipping the ripple strips, getting daylight. These Mirage, oh, I'll tell you what, there's one there, I tell you what, almost airborne there with the wheels off the deck. I couldn't catch the number, but brilliant racing. There's Evans on screen, and I think that move that Harvey put on him probably caught him out a little bit, but Mean Dean, as we've called him, he's nicknamed him, he's coming back, and hopefully he can come up and give Harvey a bit of a shake.
Well, Luff and Harvey are definitely the movers and shakers on the racetrack at the moment. They seem to be pulling away from the field as they start to head down these big long straights right over the ripple strips there for Harvey, and it's good to see the worldwide company of Logical Solutions. Oh, Francis Placentino has kicked the rods out by the looks of things. Lot of smoke, Luffy. That's not what you want to see. These things revving to around 8,200 RPM, but I think maybe a few extra revs involved there.
Well, Francis was a great supporter last year and a lovely chap, runs a restauranting business, sponsored by Vittoria Coffee, and judging by the smoke, looks like he's brewing up a bit of a cappuccino. But down in there's Evans on screen, a lovely looking car, and he's turned it out brilliantly. It's all been painted up. But Gary Young, rallycross style, over the ripple strip. He's a competitor from last year. In fact, we had the privilege of almost exchanging paint at Bathurst last year, and Youngie, as we call him, is a very experienced campaigner and enjoys his racing immensely.
Well, we talk about these cars being bulletproof in the sense that they rev well, they put out good horsepower figures. We just had an engine gone there from Placentino. Maybe we should explain that they do have rev limiters on the up change, but not on the down change, Luffy. So if you give it a big rev, possibly pick up a wrong gear on the down change, you can over rev the engine still.
Well, that's right. Change gears too soon, you've got major problems. There's the Transvent car just flying through of Shane Brangwyn. He's one of the salespeople from Penrith Mitsubishi, having his first steer in the car, and I tell you what, I think he's finding a little bit different to selling Mirages by day and Mitsubishi products to be out here, but he's doing a great job in that Transvent car, which was driven by Kevin Denham last year. Now, Kevin unfortunately couldn't make it to this meeting. He's had a bit of a problem, some leg injuries that have gone and reoccurred, and he said, well, hang on, we'll put Shane in there, and at the moment you could say Shane is out there going off his brain.
This is a fantastic circuit here at Adelaide, the Clipsal 500, and you can see the guys working around the streets of Adelaide nicely. Very well handling little cars, nice and stiff, and you can tell that by the way they hike the wheels over these ripple strips. Good to see the worldwide company of Logical getting behind. Logical is a big worldwide computer networking company, and it's good to see them getting behind the Mirage Series.
Well, that's right, they've come aboard as a series sponsor. You can see it across the windscreen. But speaking of windscreens being full, you can see Harvey coming up. Oh, a little bit of a love tap there into the back of the number 50 Penrith Mitsubishi car driven by Warren Luff. But Harvey's sort of really putting the pressure on young Wazza at the moment. And you can see Mean Dean is sort of making a little bit of inroad on these two while they're slowing each other up.
Yeah, it looks like Dean Evans is certainly starting to get under the tail of those two out in front, and possibly going to be back in with a chance of getting into that battle.